You take it literally or figuratively, whatever. If we really believe that God is the creator of the universe, that all time, space, and matter were created by God, and we take seriously what science has told us, that it all began with a singularity. That's what it's referred to. Right before, there's not such thing as before the Big Bang, because before is time and time began. So if we go to the singularity that was the Big Bang, that unfurled the universe, that continues to expand.
Okay, so obviously he's believing in the Big Bang.
Correct.
And then he made this statement.
And when religion and science conflict, at the end of the day, if you are an honest person, science must win.
Now, he also made this particular statement in that series as well.
The foundation of our faith is not the Scripture. The foundation of our faith is not the infallibility of the Bible. The foundation of our faith is something that happened in history, and the issue is always, who is Jesus?
Now, he's done a new series, and we've had people watch that as well, and I watched this one too. And basically, to sort of sum it up so you understand what's happening here, he's saying because people can put holes in Genesis and there's problems in the New Testament and the Old Testament and so on, that becomes a stumbling block to people today because they realize they've been told, you know, like other people have been told, we were told when we were kids, hey, if part of the Bible is wrong, how can you trust any of the Bible? And that becomes a stumbling block to people. So you get rid of the Old Testament and don't worry about it at all, and unhitch Christianity from the Old Testament.
Well, he's convinced that, like he said, science wins. Science according, not to God's words, but science according to man's ideas about the past. He's convinced already that Genesis isn't true.
Right.
So he sees that as a major stumbling block. So he says, okay, you don't need the Old Testament.
See, what we do at Answers in Genesis, we say it is a stumbling block, which is why we give people answers to help them know that the book of Genesis is true. Yeah. So that's a couple of video quotes from this latest series.
Is this important? It's like, it's fascinating, Andy. You're about out of time. Is this really all that important? Yeah, here's why. Look up here. Because many have lost faith. Many have lost faith because of something about the Bible or in the Bible, the Old Testament in particular. Once they could no longer accept all the historicity of the Old Testament, once they couldn't go along with all the miracles, once somebody poked a hole in the Genesis creation, myth, once all that went away, suddenly their house of cards faith came tumbling down because they were taught it's all true, it's all God's word, and if you find one part that's not true, the whole thing comes tumbling down. Not Christianity. The Bible did not create Christianity. The resurrection of Jesus created and launched Christianity. Your whole house of Old Testament cards can come tumbling down.
And then he made this statement.
And when religion and science conflict, at the end of the day, if you are an honest person, science must win.